Morning, my beautiful viewers. How are you guys doing? Today's date is August 5th, 2026. Last video I did, I was actually getting people in the Philippines ready, especially southern Philippines. Section actually, I think it's called Sarangani, Philippines. I was actually warning people, telling them, hey, listen, I just want to make sure I got the location correct. Get ready. 6.3 early this morning hit Sarangani, Philippines, just exactly the location I was warning about. After that, 6.3, 5.1, 5.2, 5.1, and a lot of 4.9. A swarm of quake came after that. It is, wow, 6.3. So that section of Philippines for the next couple of days, if you live, listen, guys, Sarangani, Philippines, for the next couple of days, head on a swivel. If you're on the coastline, be aware, head on a swivel. Jose Abad Santos, Philippines, that's another section right beside Sarangani, head on a swivel. These areas are actually going to go nuts. Also, over there in Kermadec Islands, between Kermadec Islands and the northern section of New Zealand. Another 6.3 magnitude, north section of New Zealand. That was a big quake, huge. That's the type of earthquake I know for a fact could bring big waves onto coastline, anywhere between 2 to 3 foot. People that live close to the coastline in New Zealand will be affected by this. All right. So if you're in New Zealand and you live in northern part of New Zealand, guys, New Zealand, believe it or not, is actually a safe place to be. A lot of people with money, especially billionaires, are moving to places like New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, South America, due to what's about to happen to Earth. But it's a safe place to be. But when it comes to earthquake, most of the big quakes are going to happen between Kermadec Island and the northern part of New Zealand. It's going to be in the water, not really as much on land. So these sections are these areas, if you're on the coastline, what will affect you mostly is going to be tsunamis, because the earthquakes have the potential of being extremely big. Once again, more big quakes are going off around Fiji and Tonga. So Philippines right now, wow. I mean, another one just hit again, 5.7 in the Philippines. Guy, sorry, not in the Philippines. It's actually Manado, Indonesia. Manado, Indonesia is not far from the Philippines. Indonesia consists of a bunch of islands, a little bit bigger than Japan, where Japan have a bunch of small islands around it. The mainland, same thing with the Philippines. So 5.7 just hit Indonesia, which is not that far. That part of Indonesia is not that far from the Philippines, not southern Philippines. And I guarantee you, what triggered that 5.7 while I was on this recording doing this video, it happened, is because of those big quakes happening at Sarangani, Philippines. So if you live in Sarangani, Philippines, if you live in Jose Abad Santos, guys, stay aware, man, because you guys are in for a lot of earthquake. Northern part of Japan also is taking on some big quakes. The part of Japan that is actually headed towards the coastline of Russia, which is between, that section of Russia is between Japan and Alaska. Alaska, the Aleutian Islands, barrage of them. And also, what just happened in the Philippines and what's also happening in Japan, guys, is going to affect the San Andreas fault line. Cascade of subduction zone got hit at 4.0 magnitude. Also, there's a slight uptick with it. The San Andreas fault line, not as bad. Not as bad, though. The quakes are not that big, but it's pretty consistent. And I see the New Madrid having a slight uptick. Not that bad, but slight uptick. And also Canada, Eastern Canada got hit. Quebec, another 2.0 magnitude. So Eastern Canada, head on a swivel, man, because you guys are going to be taking on a lot of quakes, a lot of them. Caribbean, same thing. Around Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico. Oh man, the there's a slight uptick happening in Puerto Rico. I did get a message from a lady in Puerto Rico. I appreciate you. I don't remember the name, but she where she's at in Puerto Rico, she's actually feeling these small quakes. So she said exactly where those small quakes, bundle of small quakes, are taking place. The southern part of Puerto Rico. That's exactly where she lives. And she said sometimes she's having a hard time sleeping because her house is constantly shaking. Ma'am, whoever you are, I don't remember your name. I think you messaged me on, I think, TikTok, I think. But I understand because I'm looking at it right now and I also warn people that side is going to be taking on some serious quakes and they're coming. Same thing with the British Virgin Islands. Also, you're going to see more quakes taking place off the coastline of Venezuela in the Caribbean Sea, too. So, South America, off the coast of Chile, same thing, uptick. A lot of 4.2, 4.5, and there's an uptick happen with these earthquake right now. So the West Coast right now, I'm watching the West Coast, the Cascade subduction zone especially, because I know for a fact if 6.0 or 7.0 goes off, which is very likely anytime now, or 8.0, California, you're in trouble, especially Northern California. So again, folks, the area that people really need to start paying attention to is really northern part of New Zealand, Fiji, Tonga, also Papua New Guinea, southern part of the Philippines. I did list the location and I've been warning about it for days now. And look what happened. It's happening. Off the coast of Russia, northern part of Japan, and Indonesia too. Not much activity happening in Africa, but Africa for the past 2 days ago got hit. It was a 5.0 magnitude right next to the pyramids, and it did create some damages because I read the report on it, and there were some infrastructural damages to a few buildings over there in Africa, but it's not something that's going to happen on a regular basis. It's actually, in my opinion, is a pretty safe place to be. If you're in Africa, let me tell you, if you're close to the Red Sea, you're going to be in trouble when it comes to Africa. It's really, that's where most of the quakes is going to take place. All right. And yeah, Morocco got hit at 4.7. I am not surprised about that. The part of Morocco that's not that far from Spain. Yep, they got hit. But Caribbean is, wow. Not surprised here at all with the Caribbean. I mean, Dominican Republic, off the coastline of Dominican Republic, is also getting some pretty decent sized seismic activity. Again, Canada. Canada is going to be a very interesting place in the coming future, especially eastern part of Canada. Not just the eastern part of Canada, the western part of Canada to right over to Vancouver section, and also off the coastline of Vancouver Island. This is because of the Cascadia subduction zone. It's a very interesting place on this planet, that area. And it's one of those areas that can create what is called a mega thrust earthquake, which can reach all the way up to 11.0 magnitude. So it's a very, very interesting place. But it is what it is. These things are happening. They can no longer be ignored. Again, that big earthquake that happened in the Philippines, I'm sure there is damages that you guys experienced this morning from this. I'm hoping and I'm praying that no one died from it. But that section that I listed, Sarangani, Philippines, and San Jose Abad, I think, if I pronounce it correctly. If you live there, just to put it like this, my friends in the Philippines, if you live in this area and you can move, especially Sarangani, move. I don't know if you can, but if you can, move. Why? It's not going to get better. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I do this video because I'm hoping it can help somebody. And that is the only reason why I do them. So I'm being completely transparent. If you live in that section of Philippines and you can get out, I'll just get out from now. And also, what other section I will warn about? Southern part of Puerto Rico. Yeah, the not far off the coastline where you find Pouncy. I hope I pronounce that correctly. Pouncy, Puerto Rico. If I mispronounce that city, I am so sorry. But interesting times we live in. All right, folks. I hope that information helps someone. Again, Philippines, heads up. It's not looking good.